Hello. Today we're talking to the newest member of the Institute for Choice, Professor in Health Economics, Julie Radcliffe. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps you could start by telling us a little bit about your history in the UK and in Australia and how you've come to join us.
Yes, well, my first employed position was actually here in Australia almost 30 years ago now, I'm ashamed to say, in 1989 when I was employed as a lecturer in the economics department at Flinders University. And then from there I moved back to the UK and I've been very fortunate during my time in the UK to work in some fabulous research concentrations in health economics, including the Health Economics Research Unit at the University of Aberdeen, and then I moved from there to the Health Economics Research Group at Brunel University, which is where I undertook my PhD, and then to the School of Health and Related Research at the University of Sheffield, prior to moving back to Australia to Adelaide in 2007, which is almost 10 years ago now, and I've worked there at Flinders University in the School of Medicine for the last 9 years, prior to moving here to UniSA and the Institute for Choice in January of this year.
And Julie, throughout your career you've been very successful with your grant writing. Why do you think you've been so successful in that area?
I think that my success in grant writing has really been down to the fact that I'm a very passionate believer in the benefits of multidisciplinary research. So many of the successful grants that I've been involved with have involved multidisciplinary teams, so research that has been conducted across disciplines, if you like, so including health, economics, health services research, clinicians, epidemiologists, biostatisticians. I've also been very fortunate to work with some excellent people in all of those disciplines, which has been really beneficial for me. I would also say that I'm quite a competitive person by nature, and I think that's actually helped. As we all know, the academic environment, the funding environment in particular, is quite a harsh funding environment, especially at the moment. So you need to have that competitive nature and the will to keep going when things get tough. And I think I've got that too, and I think that's also helped along the way.
So congratulations, especially for your two 2016 NHMRC grants. In those grants you've focused on quality of life as an area. What is it about quality of life that really interests you, and why do you think that's so important?
Yeah, so I believe that quality of life is really very important, and it's very important within the framework of economic evaluation, because it's the main metric that health economists use to assess the benefits of new healthcare interventions, new healthcare technologies, new service innovations in aged and disability care sectors. For me, in a sense, quality of life is the ultimate outcome. It's the ultimate outcome. It's what everyone aspires to. It's what patients value in terms of their healthcare experience. It's what consumers want from their aged and social care services, and it's what individuals in society want. We all want to attain the best quality of life that we possibly can, and that's why I think it's so important as health economists that we develop methods for measuring and valuing quality of life in optimal ways to incorporate within an economic evaluation framework. So that's why I'm really passionate about quality of life.
You've also had a lot of publications, over 160, in journals such as the British Medical Journal, Health Economics, Social Science and Medicine. What papers are you most proud of, and why?
Well, that's a very good question, but it's also a very difficult question to answer, because in one sense I would say I'm proud of every paper that I've published in some senses, but the two papers that I would say most recently that I'm proud of are two papers which have emanated from a recent NHMRC project that I led, which involved other members of the Institute for Choice, in particular Elizabeth Hoon was involved in that project, and also Geoffrey Swait was involved in the project. And in that project we developed a new adolescent-specific scoring algorithm for a new paediatric quality of life instrument for application in economic evaluation, known as the Child Health Utility 9D, or the CHU 9D. I also worked in that project with researchers from the UK, from Sheffield, at University of Sheffield, John Brazier and Catherine Stevens. And Catherine Stevens was the main developer of the CHU 9D instrument. And the two papers which came out of that project, which I'm very proud of, are two papers which were published in the journals Health Economics and Social Science and Medicine, which are really focused on the methodology of that particular project. So I would say those are two of the papers that I'm most proud of.
Very interesting. You've also had a book published recently, so perhaps you could tell us a little bit about that book.
Yes, so the book is a team effort again. So it was produced with John Brazier and Aki Tushir from the University of Sheffield and Josh Solomon from Harvard. So it's a collaboration between the four of us. And it's the second edition of a book which was originally commissioned by Oxford University Press in 2007, and it's a handbook essentially focused on the measurement and valuation of health benefits for economic evaluation. So it's a complement to other textbooks in the area that are focused on the methodology of economic evaluation and also on the measurement of health outcomes. I'm very proud to say it's become, in a sense, the go-to handbook for many academic researchers. Also for it's used a lot in teaching, in master's courses in health economics in the UK, in Australia, and in the US, and in several other countries. And it's essentially a comprehensive text focused on the methods that health economists use to measure and value health benefits and also quality of life for application in economic evaluation.
Very interesting. Thank you for your time today, Julie. For those who are watching along, and if you're interested in Julie's book or those papers that she mentioned, the link is provided below this video. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you very much.